very beautiful, and seeing them here, I give them a big kiss.
Now they will see you at Spotify Camp Nou. Well, thank you very much, Hector, for your reactions, and now it's time to see your skills with the ball.
Looks like the president wants to get involved as well, Bruno. We know that the president's got some juggling skills as well, but now's the time for Hector Bellerin to have his first touches of the ball, dressed as a Barça player of the first team, I should say, of course, and take the official photographs as well before he will rejoin the squad in their preparation of tomorrow's game, where Xavi has, of course, announced, as the call-up sheet already showed, that he will not be included in tomorrow's game, but Xavi was very positive that both him and Marcos Alonso could very well be getting their first minutes as Barça players as of next weekend.
Absolutely. Diego, two players, of course, that will increase the level of this squad. Hector Bellerin in the right, Marcos Alonso in the left, also with big competition after seeing Balde in those last few games. Of course, having Jordi Alba, also a really experienced player. Well, it's interesting to see how all this defense has improved, and also added to the signing of Koundé. Christensen, but well, now a really special moment to see Bellerin sharing some moments with some kids from Bosch Academy. He was one of them years ago, and now, well, he's the one playing for the first team, and all these young kids that are dreaming, of course, about arrive where Hector is right now.
Absolutely, as the protagonist here, the new Barça right back, mentioned himself. It was a dream of his and something that he carried inside of him during his stints away over at Arsenal and Watford and Betis as well, to one day be able to return to what was his home for so many years, to what, as President Laporta said, was always his home, Football Club Barcelona, and to make his debut at the Spotify Camp Nou in front of all of the Barça fans, of course. And Hector Bellerin, who's been very well received by the dressing room, he mentioned that, and perhaps by nobody better than somebody you just mentioned, Jules Koundé. We heard from him in the press conference just prior to this presentation, where he was very happy as well with the arrival of the Catalan player, given the fact that, well, he, of course, prefers to play as a central defender, as he mentioned in the press conference, and we have seen Koundé also playing on that right flank himself as well.
Yes, I mean, he prefers playing as a centre-back, but in last two games, we've seen him playing at a really high level as a right back. Well, everything will depend, I think, a little bit on Bellerin. I think no one is doubting about his top level, and if he adapts well to the club and he starts getting protagonism as a right back, well, this will mean, of course, that Koundé probably will have more chances to play as a centre-back. But here we have another problem, because we are seeing also Eric Garcia playing at a fantastic level, also Ronald Araujo. So there is no space for everyone in the starting 11. This is good news for Xavi, because this means that he has, of course, lots of options to pick, and that everyone will have to give his 100% in training sessions, in games, to win his spot in the 11. Now we see Bellerin in the middle of this rondo. He lost possession, but well, many level of all these kids now shaking hands, because it seems that it's over.
Temperatures are still quite high here, of course, so it's best not to break out a sweat before official competition. It was a good skill, though, by these kids from the Barça Academy, as the number 8 was in the middle for the entire time of the rondo. But, of course, competition is rife within the team, and it's a welcomed competition as well. Xavi managed to get at least 2 players, in some positions 3 players for each spot. In fact, it is exactly there on the other side, on the left, where it'll be very interesting seeing that Marcos Alonso will now be competing for the spot with not just Jordi Alba, but also Alejandro Balde.
No, absolutely. It's going to be crazy because there are many good players in all the lines. Xavi will have to take decisions, but he's happy with that, and he wanted to have 2 really top players in each position. All the staff and all football department has achieved, I think, in this summer transfer market, these wishes from Xavi Hernandez. Now it's time to compete, to show that all this job done in the offices, it's also, well, a good one in the field. And, well, in the end, the team has started quite well La Liga, winning 2 really difficult games away in Anoeta against Real Sociedad and in Sánchez Pizjuán against Sevilla. Unfortunately, that home game against Rayo ended as a 0-0 draw in the debut, but then also the team showed a fantastic performance against Valladolid with a 4-0 up. So now it will be time to confirm in Europe tomorrow again that this team is ready to compete for everything. First test against Viktoria Plzen, the team from Pot 4. But, well, in less than 7 days, this team will have to face Bayern Munich in the Allianz Arena. That this, I think, Diego J will be the tough challenge and
Absolutely.
a big test to see if this team can be ready to compete again in Europe.
It's going to be a nail-biting couple of months, in particular that month of October, Bruno. We've got some stiff competition coming our way, just purely based on the fact that we've drawn the group of death here, the Group C in the Champions League, where we'll face the opponents the likes of Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, but also in the month of October, we'll play the Clásico. We play Valencia, Athletic Club as well. So I believe Villarreal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the calendar in front of me, but that month of October is looking deadly, where, of course, Xavi will count on all of the players and the rotations as well, the necessary rotations to make sure that all the players will get minutes, will continue to be fresh. And in the case of Héctor Bellerín, it's good as well. Of course, I'm sure that's something that the coaching staff kept in mind, is that, well, given his earlier years with the Barça Academy, the football philosophy that he grew up with, and that he joined teams that have, we can perhaps say, a similar philosophy, a similar style of football, in the likes of Arsenal and Betis as well. Very offensive teams, of course, that like to keep possession of the ball, that are quick in transition, that allow their fullbacks to really have a lot of freedom in order to push high up the pitch and participate in the attack. I'm sure that was one of the keys to this, to finally bring back Héctor Bellerín to Barça.
Absolutely, Diego. In this year, taking into account that everything will stop in the last weeks of November, with the World Cup in the middle of the calendar for the first time in football history, it's going to be really important to have a long squad, as they're going to be 2 or 3 games per week every single week of the year. And in this case, Xavi was pushing to have a long squad with talented players. And as I've been saying, job's done now in the offices. Now it's time for all these players to show on the field that the job that the football department has done has been the good one. Well, really special moments now, of course, Bellerín with his mom, with his dad, with all the rest of his family in this Tito Vilanova pitch.
It's a big family, Bruno.
Absolutely.
They all come out. Originally